What's going on, everybody? Noxy back with another vlog. It's been kind of a tumultuous week, so it was kind of difficult for me to make content. Um, Kind of battling with my mental health over the past week. I haven't been feeling physically great over the past week, so I was only able to get out the build videos and not in the rate I was hoping to, but they're all out and done. You might have noticed that I did have some issues during the actual build video. A couple of different issues. I did have a couple of different leaks with the view formula. Nothing major. I was able to take care of that. Actually, one was fairly major, but I was able to take care of that and get everything sealed up. I had a leak on the bottom of my radiator for my CPU loop. So I had to just tighten up the drain plug for it, and that took care of that. That and I had some issues with my CPU loop. So few days ago, like a day prior to actually uploading the final build video, I had noticed that some of the LED fans, the LEDs were out. So I went to check on them, checked on the fan controllers, moved that around a little bit, got them all lit back up. I'm not sure exactly what happened because I hadn't been back there in a while. Well, when I sealed everything back up, little to my knowledge, I had a kink in my softline tubing for my CPU loop. So that was actually my outlet coming back into my pump. So it didn't have enough flow to actually really pump everything properly into my CPU loop. And the CPU loop started to drain a little bit. So some of the air managed to work its way into the CPU block and then into the outlet tube from the CPU. So you can tell a little bit on this outlet tube that it's actually now curved, not in the way I bent it. So it literally got so hot, my PC shut down. Everything's fine, everything's okay. It's just a safety measure, but it shut down. I noticed that there was air in the tube and that the block was only about halfway filled, so I went checking everything out. But the sheer heat actually bent my outlet tube and it actually just warped it. So eventually I'm going to replace that with a new one because it does not look nearly as nice as it should. But that'll come another day when I'm actually feeling up to it, because it's going to be a fair amount of work. I've still got to do the work on my streaming PC, which I've been putting off for quite a while, and I'm still putting off. Obviously, I've got all the benchmark videos that I want to do. I did some testing today, and I compared at least my Ryzen 9 to a bunch of the other CPUs out there. So compared to, now this is a 32 thread, so it's a 16 core 32 thread. So far I've gotten it up to 3.6 and kept it stable. I don't want to play with it too much more because I just had issues trying to find a nice high point where I can keep it stable. But currently there are only four CPUs that beat out my Ryzen 9. Only four. And they're all Threadrippers with a minimum of 48 threads compared to my 32. And my Ryzen actually does beat out one of the Threadrippers that has 48 threads. So, I'm pretty stoked. In terms of just 32 threads, it's the top of the line. Nothing beats it out at all. Not even close. So I'm really stoked about that. Like I said, I'm probably not going to try and do too much more overclocking on it. I tried a 4.9, it wasn't stable. Tried a 4.8, wasn't stable. I think the best I got was a 4.65, and it was semi-stable. But as soon as I tried doing any kind of benchmarks, it was unstable. So I'm thinking I'll just keep it at 4.6 and then go from there. Um, at least for the testing of everything and whatnot. I was able to get into some gaming. I haven't really gamed at all since before I built the actual PC, which is unfortunate, but I got the chance to actually enjoy it and play some games. So I played a little bit of Cyberpunk, 1440, easily 60 frames, all maxed out settings. Um, I'm thrilled with that. Played a little bit of Halo. I think I was averaging something like 500 plus frames. Not surprised at all about that. Siege, I was well over well over 200 frames. Um, haven't done much more. I want to test out Borderlands 3. I was kind of going through some of the marketplaces. I've still got a Steam gift card to burn, so I got a couple of items I'm looking at, kind of waiting on them to go on sale. Looking at both Control and Valheim. So, once one of them goes on sale, I'll probably pull the trigger for that. And then was just looking through like Epic and Origin and Uplay. I'm a Uplay Plus member, so I downloaded Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and on Epic, Alien Isolation was free, so decided to download that. I'll give that a try at some point just to see how I like it. I can't really refuse free games. Know that anyone could. So, might make some content out of them, might not. A lot of it's going to depend on how I feel. I know I've been asked to do some Siege content. I'm still only at the level 8, so I've got a little bit more work to do before I can play even casual. Um, so eventually I'll get to that. Now, I was hoping to stream last Sunday. I didn't get to that because I was working on the build video all day long. All day long, I didn't get a chance to do anything but that. So I had a little bit more filming to do with it, and then all the editing, and then breaking it up. There was just a ton of work, and I realized not all of my files had converted properly to MP4. Um, Not thrilled about that, so I literally had to go through like multiple hour process reconverting clips just to the MP4 format just so I could edit. But that's all done and taken care of. All the build videos are uploaded. Got probably a couple more that'll end up going in there. One, repairs going into that playlist. And then, the streaming rig eventually. Feel like getting to that. I don't really use it all too often, so it's really on the back burner. But I'm really wanting to get back into streaming, so we'll see how that works out. Obviously my mental state has been quite low over the past week, so I haven't. This is my first time attempting to really do any kind of creation over the last week, um, besides just editing the final build video and uploading that. Um, the whole week's just been kind of a drag. For those who don't know, I've been diagnosed as bipolar 2 3 weeks ago. Um, so I'm on some new meds that I'm slowly getting used to, and they're not quite enough now that I'm like 3 weeks in. So I had a heavy crash early in this week, and I'm slowly starting to recover. I'm not quite fully back, but I'm okay enough to create some content. And I've been wanting to get to another vlog because it's been like a week now, a little over a week, something like that. So wanted to, get back and touch base with everyone and see how everyone's doing. Kind of update on the build, update on what's been going on in my life. Wife's been working on her thesis. She's got some more testing to do for it. So she's super stressed, unfortunately. Um, I wish I could make it a little bit easier, but most I can do is just let her do her thing and try not to interrupt her because I don't understand the topic at all. I can't help in that realm. Um, so I'm just trying to make her life a little bit easier. Got a little bit of cleaning to do today, so I'll take care of that. That way she can focus on her thesis. And, I'll probably play some games today, try and take my mind off of things. I don't know that I'm going to create any more content today. If I do, it'll just be very, very simple stuff. Um, Mostly on the overclocking and testing, um, well, testing end of things. I might add some reviews in there. I'm already, like I said, I'm already really thrilled with my CPU. As it's nothing can beat it in the 32 thread range. So next will be, testing out my GPUs and really seeing how far I can push them. I have no idea exactly how far I can push them. I haven't tried at all. I haven't tried overclocking them at all. I've left everything for my GPUs at default. So we'll see exactly how far I can push them and what their actual limits are. Hopefully, I can get some really good performance out of them, and maybe even pick up my frames in Cyberpunk to over a decent amount over 60 frames. But we'll see once that time comes. I think for the most part, I'm gonna try and relax a little bit today. I haven't been feeling super well. Ended up calling out of work because I'm not feeling well. My mental state's, in the dumpster. So, um, mostly relaxed, clean, and distraction kind of day. I'll be available on Twitter and Discord if anyone wants to get at me, and I'll leave the links in the description below. I put all my socials in the description below, so make sure you always check the description. You'll have all my links there: Twitter, Discord, Instagram, my TikTok at. The only things I don't provide are my gaming handles, but all other socials will be in the description below. I'm starting to get back into Facebook. That'll be the only one I don't put in the description. But everything else will be down there below. But I got some work to take care of at home and then try and do some relaxing. So we'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with all videos Noxy. And we'll catch you in the next one. Noxy out.